and welcome to Travel Day. It's been a while since I uploaded anything, so quick intro. My name's Rachel. I live down south, not far from Gatwick Airport. Go on a lot of solo trips, mainly to Disney World, and today that's one of them. So it's about 10 o'clock. I'm on the late flight with BA from Gatwick. So I've got a taxi coming in about 45 minutes, so I better go and finish packing, finish drying my hair, and get my life together, ready to go to Orlando. And if I do look a bit sweaty, it's because it's like 25 degrees and I've been running around like a crazy person all morning, because not only do I have to pack, I have to clean the house because mum's coming to stay while I'm gone, and you know mums like my mum, she's very particular. So this place has been cleaned within an inch of its life, and now I can finally relax. And the bags are loaded up. Got to make sure I have absolutely everything I could possibly think of needing. And now I've just got to wait for the taxi. Oh, that was fun. I've got a new camera. I just found out the little thingy swivels. That's exciting. You can see my dark and empty house, ready for me to leave it for 2 weeks. So better look out for taxi man and lock up. So I actually got the train to the airport, a taxi to the train station, and then the train was about £15 cheaper than a taxi directly to the airport because of the drop-off charges these days. So I thought I would be sensible for once and save myself a little bit of money. All checked in, and you can see I've got my TSA pre-check linked, which is global entry and fast track for security. This is check-in, checked in at the premium because I have silver status. Now, me and my sweaty face are going to go find an air vent to stand under and down a can of cold Tango I grabbed out of my fridge before I left. I'm so glamorous, I know. Ended up coming outside to have my Tango because it's cooled down outside a bit now, luckily. Or maybe I was just stressed and rushed and that's why I thought it was boiling earlier. Now it's time to head in and through security. There are so many school trips out here today, it's ridiculous, like 50 million children everywhere. So hopefully they're not in premium security, but we will see. Let's head back into the airport. Huge mob of people appeared from literally nowhere. I think that's most of them gone now, so let's try and go in again. I think they were all heading for the Norse check-in because that was crazy. It's dead round here. So, fun fact, the new style scanning machines where you leave everything in your bag, they do not like Mitchum deodorant roll-on. I've been on, I think, 5 flights this year and it's been scanned every time. So, yeah. But I'm in duty free now, so let's wander on through and try not to walk into anyone. This is when the holiday feeling finally kicks in. Oh, my camera's wandering all over the place. It's got like a face detection on it, but it's a bit over-eager with that. Oh, Bailey's Eurovision Song Contest. 2 things I love. Been looking for a new pair of sunglasses for ages because Accessorize don't make mine anymore. And I found these Guess ones, which are perfect. Picking up the essentials in WH Smith. Like these ridiculously overpriced crisps, but I'm on holiday. The food choices in the lounge weren't very inspiring, so I just ended up with a few picky bits, or a girl dinner if you will, and had a nice window seat. So I just looked out the window for a bit, killed some time. I'm doing a voiceover here because obviously you don't want to disturb people in the lounge. Yeah, can't complain. for free. I think the aim of this bit was to get a plane taking off for landing, but I'm not quite sure if I managed it. So after I'd had my little ticky girl dinner, I just went and got some cake, and the cake was quite nice. Again, can't complain. They'd cleared the rubbish from the last people by now, so I enjoyed. Done in the lounge, and now I'm heading towards my gate. It's not announced for another 5 or 10 minutes, but I know which one it's going to be. I'm one of those people who tracks the incoming flight on flight radar, so I know where it's parked and what aircraft are on. Not that I'm a nerd or anything, but yeah, let's head to the gate. Not the best choice of papers I've ever seen. We've got China Daily, the Royal Liverpool Golf Club magazine, or the Jewish Chronicle. Oh no, trying to aim down. So yeah, luckily I've got Cosmo. I don't know, maybe my gate has been announced because there's a lot of people rushing. Let's check. Nope, not been called yet. So I am looking for aircraft GY-MME. Get the scene to work, you might be able to just see it says MME on there. Find my plane. Oh yes I am the first person from the whole flight to make it to the gate. Small things amuse me. Alright, let's go get the very nearest but one seat to the gate. I am quite curious to see who the second to the gate will be. It's like a race. I need to entertain myself somehow. I'm on my own here. But there's the door. There's me. There is nobody else yet. That was a demented smile. And I'm on the plane. It was about 20 minutes sat in a roasting hot room full of noisy children, and it made me just want to not go. But I escaped, and now I am on the plane waiting for a seatmate. I bought myself a, I don't know if you can see, don't know where my camera's going. That was terrible filming. I got myself a pillow because I tend to get backache when I'm in premium or economy. So we'll see how that holds up this flight. People are looking at me. Better go. Quick look at the menu we had on the flight. Not had some of these choices before. I think in the end I went for the braised beef, which was very nice, and I think I'm going to show you that in the next shot. And here we go. The quinoa salad, I'm sure no one ever eats. The braised beef that I did eat, and the panna cotta pudding. I could not get on with the texture of that, so I only had a little bite. And rounding off the awful flight food, there was a pastry. I don't like peppers, but still, this pastry just was not the one. I made it just outside Terminal C. Lift ordered. Do I have a driver? Yes, he's arriving in 6 minutes. And yeah, I'm gonna head to Port Orleans Riverside. There was an option to go to my building, which I found out through the app, so I'm gonna get him to drop, or her to drop me at the building, and yeah, I'll see you then. It's a bit windy. And would you look at that? I made it! It's about 8:30. I've literally just come in the door. I think you can see my suitcases there. And now I'm going to look around the room and I'll take you with me for first impressions. So, here it is. The aircon's quite noisy, but I sleep with the fan on at home, so I don't think it'll bother me. That's a table. Look at that nice big telly, fifth sleeper, which is obviously going to come in handy for the one of me in this huge room. I'm a bit sad they haven't put the TV on with a welcome Bramley family, like normal, but never mind. Right, this is the bathroom area. Oh, I love this, having an open wardrobe, because I have so many clothes. Oh, actually, I don't think I do love it, because where am I going to put the rest of my clothes? There's just some shelves there. I'm guessing this is the fridge. There's some storage there, but I guess I'm just going to have to sort of line it all up there, which will be interesting. A little washboard. Oh, I do like these sinks, they look nice and new. Let's have a look at that actual bathroom. Oh. Standard Disney shower. Usual toiletries. Oh, that's a very noisy fan on the ceiling. Yeah, it'll do. I say it'll do. It's actually really nice and I'm really lucky to stay somewhere like this, but yeah, let me turn the camera around. Oh, hello, there's me again. But it has been a long day. So I'm just gonna freshen up. By freshen up, I mean put some shorts on, make my face less reflective so people don't see their own faces in my forehead, and then head on out to the main building, because my Lyft driver was able to drop me off at the actual building, so I've literally just seen my front door and that's it. So yeah, I'll see you shortly when I'm out for a wander. So let's go explore. Don't quite know where I'm going. This looks like a nice path. You can hear lots of crickets. Oh, another signpost. Oh, good. Okay, I'm guessing I go right here. Sorry, I was just swatting a moth off me. Oh, this nice quiet resort. Oh, that's the pool. Over there, you can just see some umbrellas. And then, this way, I think, is going to be the lobby. Oh, another sign. Okay, straight on. Lobby in Old Man Island. I think I'm heading for the lobby, but who knows? These rooms look awful. I guess these are the preferred rooms. I'm very happy with Alligator Bayou. Nice. Oh, seems quiet, but I guess we'll see. There are cheerleaders here this week. Another sign. Okay, go right here for the lobby. And here is the main building. I think that's the food court. So, oh yes, a sign saying food court. So I'm going to go in, get my resort mug and something to eat. There's the door. Disney pizza just hits differently. 2 overpriced Dasanis and a new resort mug. I pretty much always go for pink, so I'm shaking it up this time. Lots of parmesan for the Disney pizza, of course. And I'm back in the room. I had a little wander, but it was super busy. I think people were just getting back from the park, so I just came back. It's about 9:30 now, yeah, I think so. So I just need to start unpacking, have a shower, wind down a bit. I've checked what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to Epcot, so I have a Lightning Lane at 9:55 for Guardians. So I won't rush there, I don't think. Early entry is at 8:30, but that feels a little bit early for me. But you never know. Jet lag might hit and I might be up at like 3 a.m. and up and out. But I don't know. So I'm going to unpack and get myself ready for bed. So I'll see you when I'm a bit cozier. And just like that, it's bedtime. It's been a decent travel day. It's not been as bad as my last travel day, which was a non-Disney one to Las Vegas. On the day the Heathrow Airport power station caught fire, so it's not on that scale. I think I do prefer the early flight compared to the late flight from Gatwick though. There's one at 10:40 and one at 2:30. I normally get the 10:40, but it was significantly more expensive for some reason, so I got the 2:30, and I don't think I like arriving this late. I prefer to have a bit more time to explore, get sorted, and settle in, whereas it feels like I've rushed this evening and I'm going to be rushed tomorrow morning. But we'll see how it all goes. Yeah, can't complain too much. Oh, and there was a massive bug in here. I don't know how it got in here. I think it must have like stalked me and followed me in the door. So I crushed it with the Disney World flyer they give you on the nightstand. And I feel bad, but I've just kind of left it there for whenever housekeeping comes, because I'm not a bug person. Like, that's today's fun story of the day. Now I am actually going to go. Good night. So this is what we're looking like now. Everything is unpacked. See, got a nice pile of t-shirts there because they wouldn't fit in those drawers under there. Bags there, lounge flies up there. The one down there is one that I'm using tomorrow for Epcot, and I've got my Epcot t-shirts on top over there. Oh, how very organised you are, Rachel. So now I'm going to hand over to future me, who's going to tell you a bit about what this trip cost. Because if I put it at the end, no one watches by then, and I think it's useful information that some people could use. It's good to know, because a lot of people aren't transparent, or it seems like there are extremes. Like, some people say, oh, we got a last minute deal, we spent 2 weeks out there for £80 each with TUI or something like that. And then other people are like, oh, will £30,000 be enough for 1 week in All-Star Sports for my family of 3? It's just madness. So yeah, I'm gonna share with you what I paid, and I will cut myself off there because I was rambling. So I'm back at home. I've been back over a week now. It's very sad, I know. But this is future me. I have totaled up everything I spent over the 2 weeks I was there. So I'll let you know what it all came to. It's all in pounds. And hopefully it'll give you some idea if you're planning a solo trip, or just, an idea as to what kind of budget you need. So for premium economy return flights, I paid a little bit more than I normally pay. They were direct with BA. Normally I pay about 1,200. They were more expensive this time by quite a bit. They were £1,511 and 7p return. I have frequent flyer status with BA for now, probably not for much longer. That's a whole other debate about how they've changed their frequent flyer system. But because of that, I didn't have to pay for the extra suitcase or seat selection. So that totals all in. For the 2 weeks at Port Orleans Riverside and the 14-day UK Disney ticket included in that, it cost me £3,578.79. This was on the free nights deal. I had originally booked Pop with the free dining deal where I would have got one quick service a day. But with the free nights deal, it was only £400 more to go to Port Orleans Riverside. So I thought, it was worth it. And I had some Christmas money from my parents and my step-parents. So I splashed out and went for that Port Orleans Riverside. But obviously there wasn't any dining included in that. So I did have to pay out of pocket for everything, which is a bit different to the past few years I've been. And there's been the dining credit deal. So I don't think I'll be doing the free dining deal again with Disney, except for this September. But we will see. So Universal seasonal annual pass, I renew that once a year. It usually lasts for 2 trips, but obviously the total was paid this trip, so that cost me £342.12. So if you are going to Universal on your trip, it is worth pricing out how much an annual pass costs versus the 14-day UK tickets, especially if you need to pay for parking. Because if you get just one of the upgraded passes, that's not the seasonal one, I've got one of the higher tier ones, that includes you parking, so it could save you some money, so that's always worth pricing out. For Epic Universe, I paid for a it wasn't pass holder preview by the time I got it, because I couldn't get pass holder, because I couldn't pick up my pass, because it's in the US. So anyway, that cost me £115.51. Total for all of the lightning lanes, so that's individual lightning lanes and multi-passes that I had while I was out there, that was £182.89. So I don't think that was too bad, given how much time it saved me. Sorry, I had to stop and take a drink. I'm not used to talking this much. So yeah, I don't think that was bad value for the lightning lanes for how much time it saved me. That is the benefit of being just one person. I only had to pay for them for me. And then my Instacart delivery, so just the groceries that I had when I was there. So things like water for the room, Powerade, that sort of thing. That came to £103.35. That includes the delivery fee, the tip to the driver, the holding fee charged by the resort, and the tip for the resort person who brought it to my room. Probably saved me. Probably would have been double that if I bought it in resort. So, yeah, can't complain too much about that one. And I just realised I've filmed this whole thing doing that annoying thing of looking at the screen rather than the camera. It drives me mad when people do that. And I do it a lot, so I can only apologise sincerely. So back to what I spent. Lift. So I didn't get that many lifts, mostly to Universal and back. From the airport, so my total over the 2 weeks was £276.99. Don't think that's too bad. That includes all tips. To my fault, I guess. I am quite a generous tipper for everything and anything. So yeah, it probably could have been a lot cheaper if I didn't give tips. But yeah, that's not the type of person I am. So now the big spend throughout the trip. So on food and drink for 2 weeks, I spent £1,163.31. Now that is a lot of money. It averages out under £100 a day though. And I always say to people, a good benchmark, if you want to make sure you're not denying yourself anything, is £100 per person per day. I did a lot. Look at the camera, Rachel. I did a lot of table services while I was there, including California Grill, which was amazing. So I think that's reasonable for what I had. Obviously, you can do that for significantly less if you need to, but that was just me going no holds barred. If I want it, I'm having it. So for shopping, that's a funny way to say shopping. Or shopping, I didn't do a lot of shopping. I'm not a big shopper. I spent some money at the Kate Spade outlet, Bath and Body Works, of course, because that's in like the Disney Vlogger starter pack, isn't it? I got quite a few bits from there. Uniqlo, I bought a top, and then the rest it was just like bits and bobs, like a magnet, stuff for work, nothing exciting. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. Laundry came to £5.30. Yeah, that's decent enough. So the total for my 2-week trip, this did make me wince a bit when I added it all up. The total spend was £7,474.62. Yeah, that's a lot of money when you look at it written down on paper. It was, my big annual trip. I am quite lucky in that I go twice a year. I go in September as well. I do that because I've got a good job. It's a proper grown-up job. I work in London in finance. I've got like a senior management position. I'm not like doing OnlyFans on the sly or anything shady. I pay for these trips with the money I earn from my work job. I'm not trying to become an influencer or anything. I've got a job. So yeah, it's just, planning my finances. I prioritise travel, my trips, spending time with my friends on these trips. So yeah, there's no secrets as to how I afford it. But hopefully that might help you sort of benchmark what you need to save up if you want to do a similar trip, or how to organise your finances. In September, I'm not staying at Moderate. I'm staying at All Star Music for now. But I'm considering I might rework that trip a little bit. That's on the 3 nights deal. But I spend a lot of time at Universal for Halloween Horror Nights in September, and that's quite far away. So yeah, might change, might not. But anyway, I'm going to quit rambling and boring you now. If you have like any questions whatsoever, just pop a comment. I'm always happy to talk Disney. Like literally, this is why I share my trips, because I just love talking about Orlando with everyone and anyone that will listen to me. I mean, I think people at work are fed up of me now, so I need new people to talk to about it. And this trip did end up being a great one. Met some great people for the first time and got to spend some amazing time with my friends, the Smoggies, who you will see later on. That's Marie, Kirk, Paris and Toby. So yes, there is me spending time with children, and it is on film, and you probably will get to see it. So yeah, thank you very much for sticking with my rambling, my not looking at the camera, my chapped lips, my sweaty face. Watching this back has been horrendous, but I'm determined to upload it because I know my friend Paris, who you'll see in this, she likes watching my videos for her sins. So I'm going to give her something new to watch. And you guys, thanks. Thanks for being here. And I'm sorry. Goodbye.